Hi, this is Paul from TrainworX. Welcome to this video. I'm trying to make it short, but it'll probably be quite lengthy because what I want to do is take you through the reactions of the TrainworX survey that I did. I started about a month ago. It's closed now, and we need to go through the results, and I want to share that with you. And also, we're going to pick a winner on the end of this video that they'll get a free add-on out of the shop. So, well, first of all, thank you very much. We've got 114 reactions, which is a lot to me, and thank you very much for taking the time to give your feedback. It's very important for me to know after a couple of years of doing this what you think, and maybe improve on some things, get a little bit more focus of what I want to do next. So I'll go through the reactions with you, and then as I said before, at the end we'll pick a winner. First, which country? Well, Switzerland is the majority, which is logical. Germany is a big portion, which is sort of logical too. First of all, well, it's a lot of users in Germany, so that's always a big portion. And France, which is, I didn't know, but there are a lot of people from France playing the game, and or just liking the Swiss trains I make, which is good too. Which is also why I started doing some French translations and stuff. I'm gonna also try and do a multi-language website, but that's a lot of work, and I need to do it at least 3 languages. So I don't know when I'll be able to do that. So these are the biggest ones. Belgium, Italy, Netherlands, and UK are also there, and then some smaller countries. So interesting to see, but not. I mean, it's about what I expected from that question. How old are you? Yeah, a lot of, let's say, younger people that play the game, or at least use my add-ons. 16 to 20, big portion, and then 20 to 30, still a big portion. Then it goes down a little bit over 30. But the majority is in the younger players. What's most important to you? This is a question which maybe I should have asked differently, because what you see here is that everything is important. Exterior, interior looks, correct physics, correct sound, and high details. That's what you want. What you do see is that interior looks are more important than exterior looks. That's an interesting one. What's also interesting is to see that easy to operate is something you don't really bother. Help text is not that important, and a lot of versions and libraries are not that important, which is interesting to know, because I will just put less effort in these things and more in these things to get a little bit more focus. So thank you for that. But in general, you just want it all. It just all needs to be good, which is, we all want that. So that's a logical thing too. Number of releases, yeah, that's about, maximum quality. Don't mind it takes longer. That's what comes out here too. And like how it is now, also a big portion. Only a few say I want more add-ons with less reality and a lower price. So I'm gonna stick with what I'm doing now, or even maximize the quality a little bit more. Updates. So that's no bug fixes, because that'll be done anyway, because that's just something you need to do. But other updates like other versions, new versions, and nice to have things. About 56% wants that, and about almost 40% likes the current mix. So I'll probably keep doing what I'm doing now, and keep doing some add-ons. 421 will be updated shortly. Some PZB issues that were found, and some and auto numbering, and some other. Well, not that much. That one was pretty good already, but I'm going to do an update on that one too. Maybe I'll add another version, I don't know. Traffic, yeah, that was important for me to know. I don't play the game anymore really, because I'm only developing and testing. But when I did play the game, when I see videos, it's always nice to see all this traffic, and having a couple of Swiss trains, although they're we've got the 620, 420, 421, 460 now. So there is already a lot of traffic possible, but especially, and we've got the freight wagons, obviously, from the freight wagons that are on my website too. That's obviously good, but we want more. And what we could do is have some more just traffic, which is easier to create, and doesn't take so much time and can be cheap. And but it's about 50-50. Some people say, no, don't bother. If I can drive it, I won't buy it. So maybe they'll download it for free, but they don't want to buy it. Another 50% says, oh yeah, please do. I love to spend some money, and it will be a lot cheaper, obviously, than the drivable trains, but still. So this is a bit difficult. It's going to be maybe something I'll do later on, just for about 50% that does want it. But it's not going to be the focus for the next couple of months. Anyway, it's about 50-50. So let's see how that goes. Maybe later on I'll do it. Obviously, this is very important. How do you rate TrainworX add-ons in general? This is it's really good. I'm really happy with the result here. You see that if you add the 4 and the 5, 5 is really good. There are it's about 25% that gives the top rating, which is, to me, thank you very much for that. I'm very happy with that. But also about 50%. So when you add these, it's about 75% that really like what I'm doing, and that's perfect. I'm really happy with that, and it makes me wanna do more and keep doing it. So thanks. But then again, obviously there are some people that say, yeah, well, it's sort of okay in the middle, and some people that really sort of don't like it. But that's a low percentage. Luckily, it would be very bad if this was really high. But there's always room for improvement, and obviously I want nobody to say 1 or 2 or even 3. I will want everybody to be in 4 and 5. I know that's utopia. It's never going to happen. But maybe if I can shift some of these people in the middle to the right, that would be great. And I'm probably going to do that when I improve on stuff, and that's why these things here below are important. So what can I improve on? When you go through this whole list, you see that textures are a thing that pop up a lot, and I'm sort of a bit I don't know. Textures is partly technical, partly graphics settings, partly a personal taste. And probably what's here is also a mix of that. I know certainly in the beginning there were some technical problems with the textures, which now are all solved. And with the newer trains, that won't happen anymore. But then you get the thing like, do you want them like, the fabric, factory new, or do you want them like weathered? So I do a mix of these to make everybody happy, or at least I thought I made everybody happy. But still, the textures are a thing. I need to do some more research on that. I like the textures as they are. I would not release them if I didn't like them. But apparently you don't, or some of you don't. And I have to say that probably most of these reactions are from the left 3 groups, or maybe even the left 2 groups. Most people apparently think they're okay, but some people don't. So it's very difficult to find at this point in time what to improve on, or how to improve on. The textures need to be improved on, but I'm not sure how yet. So I need to do some more research there. Sounds is another thing that comes up, and again, difficult, because I do use original sounds. I go to Switzerland, I record all stuff. So I have recordings in the cab. I try to do the best I can. I know it's not perfect, but I would think it's good enough. There's the volume of sounds that's always a bit, what do you like? When you record a cab, especially the RE460, there's not much sound. The creaking of the chair is actually what you hear the most, and the rest, and maybe the switches, but the rest of the driving sounds are not that loud. So I try to put that in the game too, but some people like it louder, and just it's also personal taste. Again, I will keep, trying to make it better if I can. Keep doing, the real live recordings and stuff, and hope to improve on that and make everybody happy. But there's not really a lot of improvement I think I can do there. Scripts are buggy, yes, sometimes they are, and I apologize for that. It's very difficult to do that. There are always corner cases that don't come out in testing, and then users find it, and I have to do an update on that, which I always do. So hopefully the versions that are out there now are pretty good, or no, not buggy at all. And I'll do some more testing and some longer testing for the next one to make sure that doesn't happen as much. Pace save, yeah, I want to add that, but right now it's impossible. There's a problem with pace save, so I can't. Well, some other things. Oh yeah, roots. Yeah, I would like roots too, but I just don't have the time to do that. I was very lucky to have Freddy making the Gotthard panoramic route, and I put a lot of work in even making that, sort of releasable. And it's still, a lot of work. You need a lot of providers, so it's not perfect that way. Hopefully, a version 2 will be better. So I'm gonna try and make a better version, which doesn't need that much providers and have some problems solved. So that's about the improvement stuff. So thank you for your feedback, and I will certainly look at that, making the next train. What would you like to see more of? Locomotives, DMUs, well, EMUs, electrical multiple unit trains. I said DMUs. I put DMUs in here, which is like diesel ones. And I'm normally doing electrical ones, so EMUs. But anyway, these things are like, GWT, KISS, Flirt, things like that. IC2000 is a little bit different. It's more a train set with a separate engine, but anyway, people like that too. And passenger wagons is a big thing. Then freight wagons, still, about 20%, and others, that's probably more routes and stuff. So yeah, locomotives and DMUs are most important to you, which is good to know. Then we get to choose. Then you get to choose the new project, or at least help me choose the new product. Choosing between the 511 and the 520 series. I changed 520 series. No, I changed 522 into 520 series just after the survey began. So we should add these. It's about the same thing. So the orange and red ones are one and the same really. So that's about 40% says 520 series, 60% says 511. So that's a 511 win really. Here again, 511 over the 450, although the 450 is still a 45% portion of it, so the 450 is probably interesting to do too. Personally, I think it's not very pretty, but it's a Swiss train, and I could do it somewhere down the line. But 511 seems to be the more logical choice here. And then I put like an older type, an AE66, against the newer type 520, and it's about 50-50 when you look at that. But that means to me that there's still a lot of interest for the older AE66 trains. I personally like this much more than the newer ones, so I would rather make an AE66 than any of the newer stuff. But I also want to make what you want, and probably having a 511 is first. So do the KISS Dostos first. Maybe after that I'll look at the AE66. I never went there because somebody else is trying to, or is actually said they're gonna release it. But it's on a coming soon status for a couple of years now. I probably have to talk to SimTrain to see what their plans are with it. If they are not coming out with it or not planning to do it, I might make one myself. I'd love it personally to do it, so maybe later down the line I'll do AE66, but depends a little bit on the market. Passenger views is something I personally never use. well, once back when I really played the game, I never used passenger views. So I wanted to know what you thought, because if nobody uses it, why should I bother putting a lot of work in it? For me, it's a lot of work to do to make them really nice. Having them not nice, is also not a good. I don't know. I was just wondering. Anyway, about 56% says I don't care. So the same as me, which is a big portion. So that would mean, okay, just don't put passenger views in. We don't really need it. It's a lot of work, and I can save some time not doing it. But then again, with this I don't care and never use them. That's about 8 and 56, so 64% of you say no. Well, I don't bother. But although that's a big portion, there is still 36% of you that definitely want them. So that makes it a little bit more difficult. If this was really low, like 20% or 10%, I would probably just stop making them. But with 36%, I don't want to, disappoint this 36% and not do them anymore. So I'll probably have to do them. I will do them. I will keep them at the quality like IC2000. It's not, I know it's not the quality that some others do. Chris Trains, for instance, makes really, really beautiful passenger views. And I don't know. I'll probably keep doing them in a okay fashion like now, and not put too much work in them. But I'm not going to leave them out because of this 36%. That's still a big portion. So anyway, it's good to know. Would you be interested in a TwX vlog? Yes, 53%. I don't really, it's fine, but please do. But I don't miss it now. It's another 38, and only 8% says I really hate it, which is interesting. But anyway, I'm probably gonna do it, but it takes a lot of time, especially the first one. Setting everything up, making it so that you think it's good enough to share. Seeing yourself on a video, it's hearing your voice. It's all a bit daunting, but I'll probably do it. I've got a setup that seems to be really good, and I might do some things and see what you think, and then take it from there. It'll probably be somewhere around this summer before I get to that. And then we got the email address. So if you want to win, about 80% did that, and they left their email address, and I will go through the picking of the winner later on in this video. So we'll skip this part and then go to some general remarks. Continue doing things. We need your add-ons. An update for the IC2000 pack. Yeah, I've done that. That's out there. This is about the 522, 521 thing. So because of this, I changed the question a little bit. To have a general 520 series. BLS trains, yeah, I've got a problem with BLS with the licensing. They don't really react to my questions. I've gone out, doing some BLS things anyway, but because I do have a license for SBB. But if I really start making BLS trains, I need to know, whether or not they agree with that. So maybe later. Since you're Swiss, well, I'm not. Yeah, okay. Trains from other countries. Yeah, it's difficult. Even when I stick to Swiss trains, it's difficult to decide which one you do first, because there are so many possibilities. I'm gonna stay in the Swiss area. I mean, Chris Trains is doing Dutch. A lot of people are doing German, UK. So I will stick to Swiss for now. You're always doing great work. Thank you very, very much. Ga vooral zo door. Keep doing it. From a DB Cargo. How do you call it? A TB Cargo engine driver. So thank you for that. No thanks. Swiss High Speed. Yeah, okay. Thank you for your amazing work. Thank you very much. Stop doing Swiss trains and make, well, this is a bit, make Dutch trains. You're from here, so why no? Okay. Well, I do Swiss trains because I love Swiss trains. I think they're much more beautiful than the Dutch one. I don't like Dutch trains. And Chris Trains is doing Dutch trains. And I love Switzerland, so I'm not going to do Dutch trains. I'm going to keep doing Swiss. Hello from France. Thank you for all the questions. I'm very satisfied that you asked the community. Encourages you to continue your work. Well, it does. It's exactly what I'm doing. And this thing has really, well, you know, make me happy and go on doing this. So thank you very much. Just for your add-ons, pilot cars. Yeah, okay. BLS lines, SVR, I love Gotthard. Yeah, routes is it's just a lot of work to do routes, and it takes a long time to make trains already. I just don't have the time to do it. I really hope that somebody else does it. I mean, the Gotthard, obviously, thanks to Freddy, is something that, although very difficult and a lot of providers, and it's not perfect in that respect, but it looks really, really good if you have everything and everything works. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So, but maybe somebody else I can help, or maybe somebody else can make Swiss routes. We would really love that. Let me see. I think that some users ask too much of the creators. It's just a simulator. Thank you for your work, and looking forward to the coming add-ons. Well, thank you very much. This is my best French translation, but I think it's about what he says here. So thank you very much. It's true. Some people want, well, you know, what can I say? You want the best, and but it's still a simulator. It's true. It's not, and it's not even. It's more a game than a simulator. So you're TrainworX is or Train Simulator is somewhere in between. So I try to do that with the, you know, with the game's limitations and everything. You try to find a middle ground where you can bring out something that's great, but it might not be perfect, and sometimes it cannot be perfect. Sometimes it's just too much work to make it perfect. There are, you know, several things that can be better, but we're limited in some respects too. So this is actually a good remark. Your add-ons are remarkable. Personally, I do not use TS. It's too dated. Yeah, it is and it isn't. I mean, I still think TS is a great game. It has a lot of things that you can do with it, make your own scenarios, and I think, like with MSTS, this will be there for years to come, and having more routes and trains will make it a really nice game to play. But obviously the new TSW looks a lot better, which is obviously true, and it's much more, you know, up to date. I've played it a couple of times. I mean, although it looks good, the gameplay for me, well, it doesn't really. I mean, I still like Train Simulator, and I'm probably gonna make trains for that for a long time. More RF460 repaints, especially those from the beginning. Yeah, repaints are not that difficult. I could do it. Although a lot of people, somewhere up here, they say I don't really bother about that, but you know, sometimes when I'm tired of doing all these difficult scripting things, I just want to have a couple of days and do something that I really like doing, and maybe I'll put some more RF460 repaints in there. There's also a question from the Nordic countries to make the Norwegian and Finnish versions of the RF460, which is a bit difficult because the cab is totally like mirrored, so that's still a lot of work to do, but I might be doing these things. ICN, okay, I see your point. A very fantastic job. Your add-ons are very worked and tend to be very realistic, which is great. Thank you very much for that. Your jobs are very beautiful and realistic. I love Swiss Train. Good. Hope to see some more Swiss routes. Yeah, I hope that too. I discovered you through your repaints. Now I've purchased everything you have. Thank you very much. Looking forward to whatever comes next. Well, that's good to hear. Love your work. Drove your time switch. Beautiful. Okay. Watching videos. I'm in love with your trains. Well, that's really nice. Thank you very much. Okay, there's always the money side of it. I know. It's yeah. Maybe you know. Maybe you'll get it for your birthday or whatever, and you have the money to buy them. But thank you very much for this remark. Keep up with the work. You're great. Swiss route will be fantastic. I totally agree. You guys are awesome. Really love your work. Thank you. And EW BDT. Oh yeah, EW1 BDT. Yeah, there might be something coming up there. So just wait. Okay, this is the survey and what you told. It's very, you know, I'm gonna certainly take this and take this information and try and improve on what I'm doing. But mainly, I am very happy that, well, you know, about 75% of you is really happy and wants me to keep doing it the way I'm doing it now. So that's a very good incentive, and I will certainly, you know, do my best to keep bringing out trains. So that was the survey, and then we've got an important part still to do, which is to pick the winner of one of my add-ons. And what I've done is, like I said before, all the way on top here, you can export this whole thing to an Excel, which I did, and that just makes a row of all the people that did the survey. I filtered it in a way so that only the people that answered, yeah, I want to join the contest down here, are in the list, and these numbers will then pop up. And what I did is I went to random.org and I did a generator thing, and I had 3 numbers picked because if the number is somebody that didn't join the contest, I could go to the next one. So I've got 3. 26 is the first one here, and when I go into the Excel sheet and I go to the 26 number, then we go here and we see an email address, which I will blur out, but this is the winner, and the winner has received an email and can pick one of my add-ons. So congratulations, and thank you very much for joining the survey, and thank you all for watching this pretty lengthy video with the results, well, you know, I'll keep doing it. This is a really good incentive for me to keep going. Thank you very much, and hope to see you back somewhere in the shop or on my vlog very soon. Thank you very much.